What's up, everyone? This is Alex from Computer Headquarters, and I've got my final POE Legacy of Phrecia video for you guys, and I'm just gonna warn you guys right off the rip here. This is a very unorganized, unfinished video, and that's because I simply ran out of time. This was the build that I really wanted to play right at the beginning of the league, and I kind of always felt like maybe I'd get to it eventually, and I've been working on it on and off for probably over a month, but never really fully committed to finishing until maybe the last week or so when I was realizing I was running out of time. And the goal of it never, it didn't really come to fruition, but I think it's still a really, really cool build. It wasn't like a complete failure by any means, and I think it's worth talking about it. So, right off the bat here, why don't we just jump into a T17 map and take a look at how this build plays for just like a regular build clear style type build. My video is so unorganized and I'm so tired that I actually forgot to say what the build is. So it's a Discharge Wildspeaker charge stacker. All right, so this is just a fortress map and it's nothing special. It's literally just, I identified it, I looked at it, it looked doable, and we'll give it a shot. Also, my resistances are not where they need to be right this second. I did have them all at about 85, but then I changed a flask. And, I could probably drop immunity to corrupted blood and get my resist all the way up to 85 again, but I'm going to just try it this way. So anyway, let's give it a shot. This is no scarabs or anything special on here. Oh. Oh. Sometimes if you get hit, it kills the AoE on the discharge. I still don't understand how that mechanic works out. First I thought I was getting stunned, but I just double checked I should have stun immunity. All right, wish me luck. My single target is not ideal. All right. Well, I think that was a good demo. It's not the craziest, clearing, beefiest build of all time, but it's unique and different. So, let's talk about what I'm wearing. So I've got a void battery. First, First of all, let me just say that I'm charge stacking. So I have 14 all charges, right? 14 power charges, 14 frenzy charges. Oh, let's see, am I doing? Sorry, I've been playing so many charge stacking builds that I was about to say 14 endurance charges, but because I don't have Masterful Form from Slayer, I don't have 14 endurance charges, but I do have the power and frenzy charges, which is awesome. 14 is quite a bit. So I'm getting 2 from Void Battery, 2 from a double power charge helmet, 1 from my shield, and I could of course get more by dual wielding Void Batteries. And I just realized I said that wrong because Void Battery only has 1. So I could get more damage, but then I would be blocking less, and I like having the shield. So we have a Badge of the Brotherhood, which maybe I could do an additional curse one, which I actually own one. I could have just moved it over, I just didn't. I have a really good Precursor's Emblem for my last build as well, with +1 power charge and some cast speed and fizz damage reduction with Plunder's Touch, of course. My chest piece is corrupted with level 2 socket the AoE gems for the discharge to get more damage. And then it's mostly just things revolving around some resist and big as much ES as possible. I mean, it's not crazy. You can obviously have 1300 ES and it doesn't. But I'm not scaling any damage off of ES, so it's not that big of a deal. I still have 10k ES. But moving on, my boots are just basically stacking ES, and I never really finished doing the implicits on them, but they get the job done. They give me some resistances and some strength that I need to equip some things. Of course, just a regular mage blood. Some gloves are doing a bunch of different things. So the major thing here is they have aspect of the cat skill, and because that skill is in the gloves, then it means that the things socketed into the gloves are also getting the cat skills, getting those things. So you want to have the cat skill linked with inspiration, swift affliction, and less duration. I guess the inspiration wasn't as big of a deal actually. It was just swift affliction and less duration. So that way, your cat thing, you can see my charges are refreshing. I'll just discharge. So use them, and then about every 2 seconds, I'm gonna get the charges back. So by not using the cat skill from your ascendancy, you get the cooldown of the cat skill from the gloves that are linked with the gems, skill gems. And if I sound like I'm really tired, it's because I am. It's like midnight, and now because the league is over tomorrow, I feel like I'm forced to jam this out, or I'll never have a chance to do it again. So I digress. Also on the gloves here, I have some cast speed and faster casting, and that with the inspiration and lightning warp is so that I can also have a chance to zip around if I want to. So that's kind of cool. I'm terrible at doing lightning warp because I've just never played a build like that. But if I wanted to, it's there, right? Kind of cool, especially if you like discharge and then you get like surrounded and you need to get out of there, and it's a get yourself out of trouble type of thing, right? Typical flash stuff, just getting all my resistances basically because I'm wearing so many uniques. Probably don't need to be wearing a silver flask. I could probably just wear a quicksilver or something else, but I kind of just threw this on because it's just what I had. But and I don't really need to be wearing an Aureus End either, but it's just kind of a nice extra explosion probably on the edge of the discharge. Yeah, so I'm really, I would say I have 7 skill gems that are empty right now. So this shield, there's literally nothing in it. I didn't get enough time to figure out what else could I do that would help. And of course, because I'm using Sublime Vision, I can't use any auras outside of Discipline. And my reservation actually is already at a place where I don't want to reserve anymore. So that's kind of one thing out the window. I have Power Siphon in my boots here, but it's so weak, I would say right now, that I don't really use it. I thought it might be nice to have as like an in-between explosions, but it just feels real bad. So I don't know. It's probably because I don't have it set up right, but yeah, so everything in my boots right now, this could literally just be empty, and it would be the same thing to me. I'm really just playing with the 6-link, whatever's in my helmet, whatever's in my gloves, and whatever's in my wand, which is pretty crazy. What is in here? Oh, Arcanist Brand with Conductivity and Wave of Conviction. And I don't even know if, honestly, guys, I don't even know if this was the right thing to put in here. I've also noticed that when I do my Arcanist Brand, when the stuff starts going off, like you would have just saw in that last boss, when the things are, shooting out of the Arcanist Brand, it's killing all my mana, and then I can't discharge, which is a huge problem. What else do we got going on? Let's look at the tree. Again, sorry I'm so unorganized because I'm just having to do this last minute. I only was able to afford 5 passive voices, and my original plan, the damage was way bigger. It was, I think, like 300 million plus damage, and it would have been using 3 passive voices, probably 3 sets of them with a bunch of jewels like this that have triple crit multi, and that was the plan. And I got a lot of these jewels together, but by the time I went to go shop for the voices, the prices were so bad because no one's playing anymore. And so, I didn't get enough. I'm only level 94, so I'm missing some passive points there, and I could probably move things around the tree a little bit, but there's still a lot of the bones of it. I'd say it's there. You know, this guy's like 80 to 90% there. I would say the big things got checked overall. I liked how I ended up doing this area right here. So I have a thread of hope I decided to throw in there, which of course if I didn't have a thread of hope right now, my 71 fire resistance would go up to 81. But by doing the thread of hope, I'm able to get these 3 really nice points in my elegant hubris without being connected. So I'm saving a lot of passive points. And unfortunately, none of the other stuff in the ring was really helpful at all, so I didn't get anything else, but I am saving a lot of points right here. And this elegant hubris I talk about in like every video I do on my Frenzy of Onslaught builds I've done. I think I have like 6 videos I've done on Frenzy of Onslaught, and I always use this elegant hubris because it's just so insane. It's so insanely powerful. It has 3 different notables that are 4% ES per power charge, and then it has 6 that are 10% damage per frenzy or power charge. So tons of damage. I guess you know what? One of them is endurance, and I'm not taking that one here, but I digress. Really good power here on this elegant hubris. We talked about the thread of hope. I'm doing this weird kind of thing going over here because I really need to get reduced skill effect duration, and that's for the cat skill thing, so that I can keep refreshing my power charges in frenzy charges. Because discharge, of course, spends them to do damage. The more charges you have, the bigger the damage and the bigger the AoE. Also, I just realized that someone's probably going to ask what's your skin you're using on discharge, and of course there aren't very many, so I'm using Celestial. For anyone that cares about that stuff, I've actually had some comments on videos where people want to know about MTXs. What else is there to talk about? I think I covered a lot of it. I'll just show you guys my Sublime Vision. I have a Watcher's Eye that I stole from my other character right here. It's a really nice one, triple discipline. Yeah, I think I've really covered what I need to cover. But the idea here is that you're gonna run around, you're gonna explode the whole screen like you're a nuclear bomb going off, and then you're gonna wait another 2 seconds to explode the whole screen again. It's not clunky, but it's maybe a little bit clunky. I think everyone's got a different play style. Some people like bow build, some people like casting spells, some people like melee, and this is definitely a different thing for me, and it's kind of fun. And I just did a T17. I think that's an accomplishment in of itself. But okay, my big goal was to be able to open a Valdo's map at the beard and go cast 1 discharge and kill all of them in 1 shot. And of course, I did not achieve that goal because you just saw me doing Fortress T17 boss, and it took me like probably 10 discharges to kill him. So of course, Valdo's feared is not going to die in 1 shot. I think it's possible to do it, and the big thing that is needed is this right here, cast on death support. So that was kind of my big plan. I was like, okay, I'm gonna like kind of be a glass cannon. I'm gonna go in and die, and discharge will go off when I die, and just explode the whole screen, and everything will die. And I'll come back and pick up the rewards. And that kind of sounded like a cool idea. I actually just bought this just now. I never bought it all league, and I'm pretty sure I overpaid because there was only 1 on the whole site for 10 divine. It's probably not worth 10 divine, but when there's only 1 available and it's the last day, you do what you got to do. So I guess I'll pause the video and let's try it out together. Okay, so I re-rolled one of the sockets here on my armor to be green, so I can put cast on death support in. And I picked up this Valdo's map here that is the rewards. I don't even know what Bear's Girdle is, but it has the feared in it. I don't think anything else. I was mainly just making sure it didn't have like tormented spirits or delirium or the thing that says like you can't damage outside of 2 meters because I need to do a big explosion. Why is my explosion not working right now, by the way? Oh, because I can only cast it when I die. I was gonna do it right now. Anyway, so yeah, I think that's the main things I was looking for. So I just want to be able to die and kill the feared with me on the way out. So hopefully this map is a good fit for that. And let's give it a go. All right, I'm a little bit nervous here. I definitely don't want to do that delirium here. I have to make sure I don't run and die from these things. Oh yeah, and I can't attack anything. I could power siphon, that's it. Well, this is tricky. I just need to go find them and just not attack anything. This is gonna be weird. Oh, there's a door there. Okay. Okay, here's the feared. This is cool. I'm excited. I think, well, I don't know if it's the feared or if I'm just getting messed with by apparitions. Oh, is that a Zeri right there, or is that an apparition? Here we go. I can't move. Here we go. Okay, well, it hurt them. That's it. It just hurt them. I might be able to go in there enough time. Why not chain die? And then just for anyone that I tricked about that voided map I just put in, I hope I got you good on that, because I'm pretty sure people are like, oh, did you not see the void? He's gonna go die on purpose. He's gonna void like a precursor's emblem of mage blood and stuff. Hopefully you guys thought that joke was funny. I probably didn't deliver the joke very well because I'm so tired right now, but okay, we know where they are now. I need to put a, what's it called, a portal down. Oh, I almost died there. I almost died already. That would have been bad. The doors are so annoying. I hate doors in this game. Okay, probably a good place to put a portal. Okay, I got Elder down to half. But Shaper is barely hurt, and then Zeri wasn't in the room. Okay, new experiment. Can I kill them? Put my gear back to how it was with Outcast on death. I don't think I can beat them. Well, let's try. Ouch. Ah. Okay. Fail. Anyway, that was the idea of it. I'm not going to make the video any longer than it needs to be. I'm not going to go in there and try one more time for no reason. This build is just not made for that stuff. I think there was a world where if I would have like spent a lot of money, like I said, the voices, all the jewels, maybe some other tweaks, maybe if I got the damage up to 300 million, maybe it would work. But I don't even know if 300 million is enough damage to one shot the feared. Maybe some of you guys know. You can let me know in the comments. But at the end of the day, I think this build is unique. I think it's fun. It's kind of like this cadence to follow where you explode and you wait a couple seconds and you explode. I don't know. It's just different and cool to me. What do you guys think? Would you want to play this build? I'll see you in the next one. I hope we get some good news about 3.26 in the next week or so.